Okay. We are very late today. Don't know if anyone can hear yet. Let me see if we're up and running. Okay. YouTube looks good. Twitch looks good. Hello, Corporation Streamer. You are my first test to see if my Twitch chat overlay is working. Maybe just a big delay on it, maybe. Oh, that's weird. Maybe I just need to click and drag it so that it's above. Okay. Yeah, okay. Perfect. I think that's what it's supposed to be. I can mess around with it as well if it's in an inconvenient spot, but for now I think that'll do. That'll do just fine. Okay, well, there's not much audio happening in the game right now, so I can't really ask if the audio levels are okay or not until I start doing things. Text is in relation to the interface as well. I might need to move it again. Yeah, that looks fine. I don't think it's particularly in the way. Right now, I could probably move it more towards the bottom right. Like there. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think we're good. I'll just double check my volume levels on OBS. Yes, my audio is as high. Neo audio, okay, those are too high. Let's put those down. Yeah, 'cause I just replaced them so they're as high as they could be. Now I think we're good. Hey, be kind. I hope you're both doing well on this fine Tuesday evening. I know what day it is. Whoops. Okay. That's so strange. I have my YouTube stream and my Twitch stream like open at the same time on my laptop, so I can see both chats. And somehow the YouTube stream is keeping up with the Twitch chat faster than Twitch is keeping up with the Twitch chat. That is fascinating. Maybe I just need to hit refresh. Yeah, okay. Let's fix it. Okay, let's see. What was I doing? What was I doing in the game? I was, I assume I'm close to finishing this. I mean, at this point, my friends are dead. My parents are dead. I think I'm dead. So, where do you really go from there, you know? This is a very pretty looking game. Oh, you won't be able to see your father or mother anymore. Well, yeah, I just said that. I know they're dead. Oh. No, it's not fake anymore. I don't really know. I cannot Music is louder. Okay, I will lower the game volume. Thank you for letting me know. Bring that down to there. That down there. Okay, we'll try those settings. You probably also move my mic slightly closer. Yeah, no, I was actually singing the game's praises for a change when I was talking there. Yeah, I was saying how like it's good that the game like lets you course correct if you start an attack in a certain direction, specifically with well, it was a compliment, but kind of like with an asterisk at the end of it, because I was like, it's good that they let you course correct when you start an attack with the fox arm. Like if I start hitting this way and then I suddenly turn, like she turns into it. Pretty sure my parents are dead. But with like any other weapon in the game, I don't think that was the case. I think whatever way I started swinging it is just whatever way the whole attack would play out. Which can get kind of frustrating considering how like twitchy and fast moving the enemies in this game are. Alright, well here's another... I don't know if I'm expected to fight these guys, but if I am... Next time we get into a battle will be our real audio test. Oops. Whoa, what? Do you see that? Why was that monster like red highlighted? I've never seen that before. It's not playing the music, but... Hopefully that was somewhat of... I know I didn't talk much also while I was fighting that, but... Hopefully I'm more audible than before. Yoken, I'll swap that for the Higashi. This is my house, isn't it? This looks familiar. Oh no, my house was like... back the other way, I think. It was like down the trail. Find some stuff. And by some stuff, I mean one thing. And not get nearly as much for it as I thought I did. Or should. Let me double check the map. Oh, no, okay, not there yet. Alright. Let's just keep going. I'm glad I didn't have to fight that big dude earlier. Oh, is this another? You won't be able to stay as you are now. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I was distracted. that's you. Hello. Ow, that could not have landed me. Okay, can I move? No. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'm audible. That's good. What's not good was that whole everything. That was awful. Oh wait, is this gonna put me back to where I started? Um, I yes and no. I'm not sure. Okay, no, this is what I was. Yeah, we get the stage right now, and then I get bombarded. Oh come on! You can hit me through that nonsense, but I can hit you. What is happening right now? What is this? Oh wait, actually, no, I don't want to hit you through that. Because then I can soul siphon you. Stamina, come back. I need you. Wait, that's it. No, it isn't. Alright, let's not get surprised by Big Chungus again this time. There he is. There's possibly the one that I already killed, I'm not sure. Okay, so I definitely don't want to be in your way. Oh, no, get out of there. This dude is crazy. Well, he's not as mad as he was a second ago, but he hit me like 5 times in a row and stun locked me. So Simon. I would like very much to. Oh god. Oh no. So Simon. No, not again. Run. Bandage. Okay, now let's do the thing, I think. This is probably an appropriate use of this arrow, I hope. Okay. Is he dead? Oh well, yeah, he is. Nice. Still a bit low compared to fight music, okay. Gotta love OBS's audio mixing capabilities. Yeah, okay. The capture down again. There. Yeah, it's crazy how badly it's able to balance the audio. Like with my audio at max, and now the game audio is at like 40%. Again, I'll take that. Is it just the music specifically? Like, if there's other parts of the game that are fine, I could just put the music volume down to like 50. Keep everything else up, and then put my capture card audio up a bit. Music and sound effects, okay. Yeah, let's put them both at 60. Okay. Hopefully that's better. If not, of course, just let me know. Right, so this wasn't, no. Oh no, it is. This is, well, this is one side of the house, I think. But probably not where I'm supposed to go. I need to go further up. No, it's my parents, and they're living. And oddly pleased. You want to be saying that? Me with this big fox arm? Oh, 2 fox arms. So corrected. Oh, wait, so this is like a flashback? I'm so confused right now. They've gotten screwy with the timeline. Oh no. I could use some help. Also, I guess I'm alive again. But, you know, we're jumping time here, so anything is possible. Oh, is it just that I switched places? So now the, like, real world Hinako is in the dream world? See what happens if I go this way? Ooh, I like that. Same across here. Nice. No, spell it out more, please. What's all this stuff stuck to the pole? Is it like... Okay, it does have text on it. Well, some of it does. Remember this puzzle? I say puzzle in very loose quotation marks. Though I still struggle with it because I'm a dumbass. This doll? I think she's just chilling. Do I have weapons to swap with his? No, not really. bandage. I'll take that. This way. Oh, alright. That's... No, I don't have the puck time. I really rather not fight you. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, I can do it. It's done. Ow. That it? Okay, that was manageable. Okay, I'll take that. Water. No, I have lots of first aid kits, so that's good. I'll definitely need those. Routine, those. The puzzle I did best on. No, the puzzle I did best on was probably that one. That like I just first guessed it and was right, where I had to put 3 like. What were they again? They were like they're like plates or like these little circular pieces. I forget what they were called. And there was like a big mural, like a big painting on a wall with a clue of where to put each of the 3. And I was like, oh, it's probably here, here, and here. And then it was just like, yep, that's where they were. They went. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? This isn't really in my way. Oh, that is definitely in my way. Come on, hit it from here. Yeah, nice. Love that range. And again. So that's gonna explode. Stop. Oh, it's gonna explode into a person. Oh, it's down there. Here we go. Yes, got one first. That's good. Dodge, dodge. Nice. Yeah. Right, you're dead. That's good. Oh, okay. I should probably reach it. Okay. Let's see how the blocking goes. You ever decide to hit me. That is really slow. It never feels like it's that much forgiving and passing after, you know, trying to avoid that. Okay, nice. There's something. That's really good. Right, yes it is. Yep. Nice. Oh no, my axe! Oh no. Oh no, no space. Oh, I have to do it. Nickel? Yeah. Something like so. Oh, it does not seem very effective. Mistake. Oh, wait. Is it dead? I stand corrected. Yeah, I mean, it's better than a bandage, so that makes sense to swap. I would really like a heavy weapon, though. You've got one of those lying around. That's probably gonna, yeah, no, worth it. Any axes, you know? Big swingy boys, you know? Like, what would happen if all of my weapons broke and there just wasn't another weapon in an area for me to pick up? Is that just it? Is that game? Am I just screwed? Wait, is there something in his mouth? Oh, there is, but it's supposed to be. Oh, here's my doll. Oh no, don't make me trade one of these for an antique comb. That's evil. I mean, at least give me... Is there a save point? Oh, there is. Okay, never mind. Not evil. Unless it doesn't let me... It doesn't let me pick it up again. God damn it. Yeah, it's fine. I'll find another one later. Let's sell or enshrine our... Might as well actually enshrine all of this stuff. I'd die. Well, I suppose I would, but like, what if it brought me back to a point where there was still no weapons to pick up? And maybe it's designed in such a way that that can't happen, but I'm not convinced. Or maybe I just fight them with my fists. No, I don't want to sell that. I wanted to save. Corridors. Okay. I guess that's what this place is called. I just insult them until they die. Anything over here? Nope. That's feeling very final of you to say, but okay. Manage. What's that? Well, I have an inventory slot, so I might as well take it. Though I would prefer a heavy weapon. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah! Alright, definitely for the kitchen knife, I would think. No bandage, I'll take that. Another save up here. Was there anything that I could enshrine first? Oh, there's more stuff here. Okay, well that's... Okay, can I just take? Yeah, okay, Higashi I can maybe swap for... Well, is 3 bandages worth more than 1 toolkit? Probably is. Yeah, and Higashi isn't worth much to enshrine, so it's not really worth it. Do I have anything that I can... No. I can increase my sanity, but... Who needs that, right? I haven't found these all that useful, so I'm not going to bother with that. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just save again, because why not? Never turned down an opportunity to save. That seemed like a very unnecessary cutscene. I think I would have rather just walked through this area, you know? Instead of being taken out of it for what felt like, I don't know, 3 minutes? Okay, it probably wasn't 3 minutes. But still. Oh, this feels very final boss-like. Although I did already fight a boss in here, though. I think I fought, the, like, evil, monster Rinko version thing. Oop.
まさかまだ生き残っていようとは。
お姉ちゃんは所詮は向こう側の人間。私の気持ちなんてわからない。
落ち着いて。あなたがどうしてここにいるかわかる？
わからない。ここはどこ？怖いや。辛い。気持ち悪い。帰りたい。
Wait, what was that? Did we establish what that is? Really? Oh, we're still throwing.
大丈夫だよ。これを飲むと落ち着くから。もうやめなさい。それを飲むのやめて。
Oh, you frozen her sister. Sister.exe, stop responding. Hello.
お前は私のすべてを奪った。サクコもリンコもシュウも奪い、お父さんもお母さんも。私を返せ。奪ったすべてを返せ。
Fight this. Yep, I am. Okay. I'd rather not, to be honest. Okay. Alright, well this is definitely the weapon. Now, oh, oops. Dodge. Okay, you like to attack a lot. Okay, that's noted. Okay, I don't need. Whoa. Oops. Whoa. Oh, I thought that was a good one. Oh, that's the first time I think I've seen you. Oh, well,
立て、私を殺すんじゃなかったのか。
or are you summoning plants to, yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Go for a second one. Yes. Okay. Where people are not. Oh. Okay. Back stamina, please. Alright, well at least this doesn't do as much damage as I got from the maybe it does. I don't know if how did that happen? Just standing right in front of you on this phone. That'd be pretty good. No, not the toolkit. No, it's not what I wanted to use. I really hope there isn't another fight after this because this is going to be all the resource. No, too far away. Oh, this is exhausting. And yeah, I need to just hold shit like that. Come on. This is good. once. Just hit this right hit you once. No. Come on. Oh my god, this is just ridiculous. Just go over already. Oh, what was that? What was happening? Can't believe I got away with that. I just created that entirely. Oh. Oh my god, how much more health do you have? I'm spamming the dodge button. Oh, okay. Oh no, it's gonna softlock me into a death now, isn't it? Nope, maybe not. Okay. I'm still I would really rather not do this whole fight over again. Please just die. Oh my fucking god! You know what? Just please. How many times? No, I didn't want to survive. Or I could just teleport into me and grab you and do this. That's fair. Can I help kid now, please? Help kid. Move. Help kid. Thank you. This better be the last phase of this fight. There's no way I put this guy down here. Oh, what? Last time I got close to you at this point, he was like, what is that? What am I supposed to do when you can just teleport away from me? No, I didn't want to go for that. I did not want to go for that. Get out of it, please. Oh no, don't do that attack. No, don't do that attack, boy. Put shit everywhere. Yeah, okay, I don't think the game's letting me do heavy attacks anymore. Or at least I'm gonna assume it's not. Because every time I've tried to do it, it's just teleported away from me. What's that? Can I do anything? Just grab me again, fuck it. Because the F in Silent Hill F stands for forever, because that's how long this fucking boss fight is going on for. Fucking die! No, it's... Red pill, red pill. Bill. Okay, I pressed B. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna work for a little bit. Let me take that, please. Grab. Heal. No. Focus. Focus. Grab it. Yeah, that's it. Yep.
絶対に認めない。きなこを渡したりなんか
Wait, is this scripted? Am I supposed to die?
しない。
What? I'm like, what is that actually? I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any. I'm just. Okay, well, I might as well fucking be. Look at this shit. I don't know if it's just giving me. Oh wait, I do have a second chance. Because I had the thing. These grabs are just so ridiculous. I can't even tell. Like, it looks like sometimes when it puts its hand out, it's like, oh, it's gonna. Oh, that was weird. I'm gonna move it. Grab the capsules, please. Grab those capsules. Grab those capsules. Grab those capsules. Grab those capsules. 4 times actually. Sorry, my bad. How many times did I level up my stamina in this game and still... Where? I saw right. Please. Thank you. Heal. You're still not dead. Okay, could not get away from that one. My stamina's gone, so... Oh, that was a ridiculous range of attack. What? No, no, no. Grab those. Grab those. Grab. Thank you. Hold this. I don't know how damage it is. Okay. Whatever. No, don't switch weapons. Why would you want to switch weapons at a time like this? Oh, thank you. Oh my god. Oh yeah, just. Oh, fucking hell. Thank you for teleporting in my favor for once into my attack. Yeah, me too. Also me too. Also me too. Wait, no, I'm done fighting. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. I've got like, oh, yeah, just, yep, I think those. Give me all the red capsules, please. I had like a full inventory of. Whoop. And just whoop. Whoop. What's going? Oh. I don't know, but the game's giving me a lot of red capsules right now. So. Huh? Who said that? Not me. Got the red capsules. Whoop. I don't know where I wait. Use me.
これは何の真似だ。おい貴様、正気か。
うるさい。どいて。
stocking up on red capsules right now. And I don't like it because it feels like it's going to be more bullshit that I have to deal with later.
邪魔するなら
such as
容
this.
赦しない。私に、私たちに誰も構うんじゃね
待ってくれみんな。ひなこから私が離す。ひなこ、なぜだ。
I just want to go home.
お前の心に分かってやれたと思っていたのに。
Okay, I guess. Oh, wait, why am I... I'm hoping that this section is just me running past a bunch of, like, threats, and that's the reason why it's just continuously throwing red patches at me.
だって約束したじゃない。裏切り者。
Yeah, if we take that just by seconds. What's this doing? Nope.
どうしてこんなことを。やめなさい。
Wait, I didn't even think we had to make it last time. No, that's your fault. I mean, I left that last time. Okay. Just
本当にごめん。俺が間違ってた。俺ただでもこんなに苦なんて。
やめろ。友達の声で話しかけるな。
Maybe the game was assuming I would somehow want to fight all of that stuff. I did not. Wait, are these all supposed to be red
もう
pills in
少
this
し
one?
の辛抱だ。
I think I might have a bit of an addiction. Just a bit. Anytime I look at it. Please, I don't want to. No more. Wait, what? Oh well, I guess they took my advice to heart. They really did say no more. Okay. Oh, this stuff to read. The commandments of the olden days are harder than stone. Yeah, it's me. Seized by the hands of youth, firmly clasped the girl's hands. This is no feeling delivered. Guarded by the Caligulous knife, one path is there for her to take. I don't know if this is also the lyrics of what's being sung right now. Maybe it is. Love the scent lingers on the flower spoken. Spring is to embrace me wherever could it be found. Promises of being died, the vows of days past. At will disappear, lost by the void, the pitch black darkness. Witness my eyes have the ties of man and woman, as but fitness. My feeling agonize as such as we found. When you reached out to me, that beautiful hand of yours. Okay, so I think it is supposed to be very good. I tempered with my heart, kept just how long and blue. Actions have what maketh one a woman to be painted or of sin? From the room the red deceit for whom searcheth for the flowers. That's a great shot. My goodness, how tragic. Yep. Oh,
米川により県警本部県道8号線にて当該事案の被疑者と思わしき女性に襲われた男性2名のうち1名は現在心肺停止の状態。
神楽町一より県警本部。一部被害者に使用された包丁ですが敷地内からは発見できず被疑者は現在もこれを所持している可能性が高いと思われます。どうぞ。
県警本部から各局女性被疑者は20代です。花嫁装束身長は 160cm 少々常吉神宮より逃走中凶器を所持している可能性が極めて高い各局はくれぐれも慎重に対応されたし
神楽町一から県警本部被疑者は赤と白のカプセル状の薬のようなものを犯行時に断続的に服用していたとのことです。
県警本部より神楽町一それは式場内で発見された正体不明のカプセル薬と同一のものか。どうぞ。
神楽町一から県警本部被疑者が服用する際に口からこぼしたカプセル薬を敷地内から
Okay, well that... Yeah. So... I'm a little mixed up. They said the suspect was running away in a wedding dress, I'm pretty sure. Which could imply one of two things. Either it's implying our sister killed everyone, which, like, our sister was pretty fucked up in orchestrating all the shittiness in the other world, it seemed. Or it's implying this was Hineko's wedding, that she was not agreeable to. And so she lost it and fucking killed everyone. In which case... What? So, when we first left off with her leaving the house at the beginning of the game, was that just all, like, nonsense? Did that not happen? Like, in her head, did she revert back to a previous point in her life, and that's just what was going on there? Yeah. At least 7 endings that flesh out what happened. Oh, awesome. I can't wait to play this game 7 more times. I will not be playing this game 7 more times. I might just look up the endings. Although I assume replays were easier with New Game Plus and all that. Okay. Alright, good card then. Yeah, that was so enough, I guess. I don't know if there's like variations of what I could have done in my first playthrough to get a different ending. Or if it's just a thing of like New Game Plus opens icons for other endings that you can get. That's the ending that I got anyways. Maybe there'll be like a thing like the previous, like the old Silent Hill games at the after the credits finish where it shows like a stat screen. It shows like the name of the ending that I got specifically. That would be cool. And I'm glad also if there is multiple endings that they've kept that aspect of the series because that's always something that's really cool about the first ones. This one was a dog. Thank you for the streamer. I didn't think about doing a bonus stream tonight as well. Because I figured I would finish this game earlier than I intended to finish. So I still have like 2.5 hours to go for the usual stream schedule. And I also started late today because of technical issues. I started maybe 26, 30 minutes late. So I was going to play Crash 2 Relics. Possibly. See if there's anything else at the very end of these credits. Alright, New Game Plus. You can now create save data from the completed game. By beginning New Game Plus with data from a completed game, you can experience changes to the story and have the chance to fulfill specific conditions to unlock new endings. Okay, yeah, so that answers that. You will also be able to play on the hard difficulty setting Lost in the Fog. No thanks. Things carried over into New Game. Faith, nice. A memory, nice. Certain key items, okay, interesting. I guess like the non-progression necessary specific ones. Stat upgrades, nice. Non-puzzle documents and journal information. Okay, yeah, so again, just stuff that like isn't necessary to story progression. Yeah, I think I'll finish and then set up a new stream in like 15 minutes. Yeah, because I'll need to change the title and everything to Crash 2 and then save it on YouTube as a separate thing. But yeah, I should probably wrap up my feelings on this game before I do that. It was mostly a fun time. I whined and I complained a lot, especially during that end bit with the final boss. I never got used to how janky the combat is in this game, and I never got used to how present and how heavily featured the combat is in this game compared to the older games. I just think it was just too much, too many systems. And then on top of that, they like made it super unresponsive, and the animation's kind of inconsistent. That last boss fight was a awfully terrible example of just really hard to read animation. Like I could not make out when it was going to grab me or when it was going to attack or teleport or whatever. It just felt really random. Um, like there were points during that fight where I thought it was programmed to like just always avoid heavy attacks because it seems to teleport right before I could land a heavy attack like every single time. But then like after that, I could just suddenly land some, and it's like, oh, was I just timing it badly or what? I don't know, because there's no real tell that it's going to teleport when it did. Um, and yeah, the recovery animation or recovery frames, I should say, between things like attack and dodge just makes it really awkward to work around. Especially if like there's more than one thing attacking you at the same time from behind and in front, it can be even more awkward to dodge because, as I complained about before, hitting dodge isn't just like a guaranteed you won't get hit. You have to dodge and then also be out of the way of the attack animation, which like it makes sense, but it makes sense in a realism sense, but it doesn't make sense, I think, in a gameplay sense. Like I feel like you want the player to, you know, dodge when they hit the dodge button. In every case, especially with how like fast moving and widely spread the like enemy attack animations are. You'll have like them doing these crazy big fucking like lunges, and you've got those like giant enemies like the one that killed me at one point earlier in the stream today that had this like massive hammer attached to its arm, and it's like, you expect me to physically dodge out of the way of that to like see and know exactly how far that's going to reach. Seems a bit unreasonable. The whole enshrine mechanic as well. Well, the whole mechanic of just every other item outside of the straight healing things like the bandages, the red pills, the first aid kits, and then also the toolkits. Every other item just fell so much by the wayside and just unneeded, and way too specific for what they could do. It just seemed like they were only there to be exchanged at the like save areas to be enshrined for faith points. But like I think that they should have also just made them maybe more worth. Um, yeah, big F's in the chat for the last F stream. Press F to pay them respect. Also, I don't know if you just got here, Fanru, but I just finished the game. I know I'm giving my kind of post game thoughts. Yeah, the puzzles were not great, I think, throughout it. I'm curious how different they would have been if I played on the hardest puzzle difficulty. But I think I just went for like the hard to standard or whatever way it was phrased. Yeah, puzzles hard. That's right there, Ethan. Just look at the screen. And it was almost like if there was a scaling puzzle, and there's a lot of scaling puzzles in this game where it's like there will be steps and you beat the first phase of a puzzle and then they move on and you just do like the same version of that puzzle, only they make it in quotes slightly harder. The way that they would often design it is like the first, say there's 5 stages of a puzzle, they make the first 4 like really easy, like to the point a child would know, like, oh, pick all the fruit. Okay, I'll pick all the fruit. And that's the solution. And then it's like they get to the last phase of the puzzle and they're like, oh shit, we need to make this difficult now somehow. And the only way they could think to do that would be to like have it break the rule in some way, or just like cheat it in a way that it's like, I can't follow the logic of this puzzle setup anymore to solve it, because by nature the puzzle setup that you have is just so easy. The only way to make it difficult is to break its own rules. Like, I remember when I did the puzzle for the scarecrows, which was a really cool puzzle to be fair, and I think it just overstayed its welcome, and it should have just been a once-off thing. The way that worked was you would read a clue that would indicate which of the scarecrows to select. And the first few of them are like really immediately obvious and easy. It's like the clue will say, "Oh, you hurt me, and now I can't stand looking at your face," and it'll be like, um, one of the scarecrows has a big knife in its back and is looking directly at another scarecrow, and it's the only one that's like got a knife in its back and is looking at another scarecrow's face. So it's like, okay, it's that one. But then they just kind of give up on the last one, and the solution for the puzzle like does not apply at all to what the actual puzzle clue was. They just said like, oh, screw it, we'll just have it, maybe like one part of it sort of fit and then the rest doesn't, because that will make it difficult. At least that was my reading of it anyways. And then we had also the that box puzzle with the different symbols on it, which like the first two phases of it were incredibly easy. They were literally just like, have it so that only the fruit items are appearing, and then I can't remember what the other one was, but it was very similar. It was just like another really really easy thing of just like have all of these same kind of things showing at the same time. And then the last one was, they gave you it was similar in its design, but the way they decided to make it difficult was that they muddled the images on the thing that you had to match the symbols for, so that you couldn't really make out what was what. It was like, especially since the thing they wanted you to identify was a it was a sakura, but a what's that, like I forget what the actual like the English name for that tree is. Bloom something, the like pink, yeah, the famous sakura. Why can't I, cherry blossom, thank you. Yeah, it's like a cherry blossom tree, which like its most distinguishing feature is how like brightly pink a cherry blossom tree is. But I'm looking at these black ink blots of multiple different like tree, like bush shaped things, and I'm like, I can't I can't identify which one of these is a sakura or a cherry blossom tree or whatever, because I can't see the color of it. Like they all just look like tree shaped. So it was just like, oh, how do we make this puzzle difficult? Oh, we'll just kind of throw in some bullshit factor and they'll have to guess their way through it. So yeah, it was like there was no in between of the puzzles. It was like either really obvious and easy, or it was hard but hard because they had to break it in some way because their puzzle setup was too easy. Or there were other cases where like I made it harder for myself because I just very often assumed that a puzzle was harder than it actually was. Like when I was in that puzzle in the area that I revisited briefly, where there's like a bunch of these wooden like tablet shaped things hanging up in these displays, and there's like dozens of them in each one. In my head I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to I'm like, there's gonna be something significant in like a clue in relation to these, and like there kind of was, but like it was as simple as just pick the ones that are, for one, on the display that's marked directly on the map, so it's literally telling you which one it is. And then for another, it's just pick the one that isn't like there twice, or the one that like stands out, because you would see a lot of the same ones on multiple of the different displays, and you just had to pick the one that like isn't reoccurring, and it's usually very like colorful and distinct. And that's all it was, and I was just overcomplicating it in my head because I was thinking, I was like overwhelmed by all the different choices that there were, that I just thought it would be more complicated than it actually was. Just like things like that, I guess. And then there was a puzzle at one point that I just got through like random, well, kind of random chance. It was a puzzle where I had to like higher and lower cages with these 6 different levers, and I just had to level them all so that they would open. And it was kind of just a matter of messing around with them for a little bit until like I figured out which ones would get them all in that situation, but it didn't take very long. It was simple enough. Yeah, and as I said before, there wasn't really much of the puzzle design that I like from the older games of like finding items and then figuring out how to use them in appropriate situations in a real like point and click like escape game kind of way. I love that kind of stuff. Here, like the items that you would find more often than not were just keys, or items that functionally worked like keys. Like, oh, I found this this tablet or this sphere that I have to bring to a thing to open a door. So it's like, yeah, it's just a key. Um, and that was kind of it. So puzzles, I'm not a huge fan of in this game. Combat, not a huge fan of in this game. Story, I think it was interesting, and I was following along. I was engaged with it and the characters. Like I wanted to always find Shu and Rinko and like the guys and meet up with them and get more dialogue exchanges between them. But at least from this initial ending, I feel like a lot of those relationships are pretty surface level. They kind of just establish a dynamic. Like Rinko's dynamic is she's jealous of Hinako because Shu likes Hinako but doesn't like Rinko, and Rinko likes Shu. And that's Rinko's entire character in this game. Is she's just really bitter about that. I think we get like one or two random diary entries or something that we find in the dream world from Rinko where it seems like it's indicating she actually did like Hinako as a friend, but like early on in their relationship, so possibly before she knew about or like she had connected with Shu or whatever. Um, and then that kind of fell apart. Um, Hinako is definitely the most interesting of this. Like you definitely do get a sense of like her resisting social norms and not understanding the or or just having such a negative experience of viewing marital relationships. Like all of the marriages that she sees in her life are just total like failures, mainly that of her own parents. So she's just completely disillusioned to like the idea that marriage is this thing that she needs to do. um and the whole game is just sort of like representing that social pushback, that struggle, internally and externally, that she goes through. And then also how she's kind of pressured by her friends in different ways. Uh, then there is Shu's character, and his whole deal is that they were childhood friends. He likes her clearly, um, and is just a nice guy, and is okay, I guess, or somewhat with her not wanting to be in a relationship with him. He's just sticking around because he's just such a cool, nice guy, and that's kind of it. That's his whole character. It's kind of as deep as he goes. And then he dies, and also Rinko dies by the end. Just like they're just there to die, I guess. Um, and then there was the other character who ended up being, in a weird way, I think the most interesting of the friend group, but she was killed off the earliest, and I'm gonna struggle to even remember her name. I think it was Sakugo. Whoops. Yeah, I think it was Sakugo. She's the one that died, and then they brought her to the like the candy store, um, and just left her body there. She was interesting through learning about her when I think we were going through the school in the dream world, and we were finding lots of like her diary, entries, and she seems to have an interesting like. It was hinting on a lot of like bipolar things of like very extreme, different emotional changes that she would go through, um, which is kind of evident in like how she like initially greets Hinako like pleasantly, and then like just before she leaves her, she calls her a traitor all of a sudden. And I think it's like it's hinting at something deeper and more interesting with her character, but that's also kind of all they do with it is they just have her like switch between being nice and friendly and like whimsical and stuff towards Hinako, and then hard switching to hating her and seeing her as a traitor and um like an awful person and all this. And that's kind of as deep as her character then goes. But it just seemed like there was something maybe else going on with her that I would have liked to dive into a little bit more, that the game just kind of doesn't do. Um, then there's the Fox guy who he's not really a character. He's just kind of there to represent like the idealistic view of a man in marriage. Like this perfect, like this attractive, alluring like presence that gets her to basically mutilate herself in exchange for his like his kinship or whatever have you. Um, so that was like he didn't really have much of a character or personality beyond that. Sort of the same with the sister. The sister is like again just sort of an entity that thwarts and challenges us throughout it, but it's hard to pin down what it's really motivated by. We know that Hinako is bitter towards her sister, Junko, that was her name, because she, well, not maybe not even bitter, but she said that everything about her changed after she got married, and I guess in some way she felt like that was a betrayal. The Foxman is the man Hinako was sold to. Yeah, yeah, most likely. And then that's probably the marriage that it's referencing, if there is a literal marriage that happens at the end of the game, where she said she was seeing, or the police or whatever said that a woman in a dress, a wedding dress, was seen, was a suspect fleeing from the scene of the crime, and who had just taken all these red pills and drank wine and all that stuff. So yeah, he probably is meant to stand in as whoever that guy is in reality. Uh, yeah, that is true. I actually did for that really shocked me when I read it as well, because they really just throw that detail in just in like a random, like, I think it was just something that I read. Like I was in the middle of reading one of the documents that I picked up, and it was just like it just mentioned like a throwaway that she was sold, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, that yeah, that's the thing that happened, I guess. Yeah. Also worth, I don't know if I've mentioned it. Yeah, to pay off his it was his gambling debts, and I think he was like in he was in like he got into business with some like fish dealer, some fishmonger person. Um and he had invested a lot in that guy, and he got kind of like swindled and cheated by him, it seemed like. And that was also what helped plunge them into debt. And then I think after that, to try and crawl back out of that debt, he started gambling to try and earn money. But that, just made things worse. Was it a normal thing to do in Japan at the day? Let me see. I think this is set in the 60s. In 60s. The percentage of romantic marriages rose above the number arranged by my Mii. I don't know what that is. Uh, for the first time in the 1960s. Okay. Since then, the majority of singles have followed their hearts in finding a spouse. So it was dying out in the 60s, but still, and as like still, I assume legal. Well, I don't know if it's illegal now or just like less common. Um, I don't know how it's pronounced. Mii, possibly. Seems like the term for arranged marriages in Japan. Well, yeah, interesting. Also, I hadn't mentioned it, I don't think, once at all in any of my streams of playing this game, but the creator, whose name came up in the credits of this particular story, um, made the anime Higurashi, uh, which I'm actually not a huge fan of, but I like it. It's one of my I'd say and it was like short list of, of anime shows that I actually do genuinely did enjoy. Um, though the remake or reboot or whatever, I think it wasn't quite as good, but that was, I think, mostly due to the animation changes, if I remember right. But the original show was quite good. I like that, and I could definitely see his or their. I'm not sure actually who they are, because their name is like Ryukushi 177 or something like that. So I don't actually know how they identify, but I could see their influence from Higurashi into this story as well, with its like symbolism and it's like eerie character behavior of people like very suddenly becoming cold and switching up their attitude from like warm and inviting to murdery and all of the kind of social commentary behind it. Um, yeah, I could definitely see why they were picked for creating this story. There's a lot of relevancy in that in their history of media they've created. I think I prefer Higurashi in terms of story to this personally, though. Um, I just think, well, at least I think the medium suited it better. There was just something more focused and locked in with the Higurashi story, and something more intriguing and like consistent, I guess, and involved with that story than this, which is which is like fine. It's like just another way of telling a similar kind of narrative, but yeah, I just found Higurashi more enjoyable as a story than this to follow. Though I did enjoy the story. I think the story is probably the story and character and environment, like world building, of this is probably my favorite aspect of this game, above the puzzles, gameplay, combat, and all that. Uh, I'd still rank it below the original four. Uh, yeah, I'd still rank it below the original four Silent Hill games that I've played. Generally speaking, if I had to give this game a rating, like a number, I'd say it's maybe a 7, like a on a on a bad day a low 7, on a good day a high 7. uh, yeah. Oh, what is this? The National Institute of Population and Social Security Research in 2005 estimated that 6.2% of marriages in Japan were arranged. Wow. With younger generations estimated in 1995 to be more likely to pursue marriages preceded by romantic courtship instead. Interesting. Yeah, that's still 6% is quite a lot for. Although I mean, I imagine a lot has changed in Japan over the last 20 years, but that's still quite a decent chunk. Uh, but yeah, that was Silent Hill F. I will still be streaming for another 2 hours, but I'm going to stop this stream and come back in about 10-15 minutes, and stream some Crash 2 Platinum Relics, hopefully. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit.